How you guys doing? Welcome aboard the next video. Now today, this video was brought to you by my buddy Garrett. He's the one that suggested this one because there's a new game called Road Redemption coming out this Wednesday. Now this game has been inspired by the Road Rash series, so that is why today we're going to talk about the history of the Road Rash series before I do a Let's Play and review of it on Wednesday when it comes out. So let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Fatality. Get over here! Hadouken!
It's me, Mario! Here we go! Yahoo!
Made by EA, Road Rash first appeared in 1991 on the Sega Genesis. Back then it was a two-lane road that would progressively get longer as you played through the game. You would play against 14 other racers, and the co-op mode required you to play one player at a time, unfortunately. They also ported the game to the Sega Master System, the Amiga, Sega Game Gear, and the Game Boy. The Game Boy version was only one of two licensed Game Boy games that was incompatible with the Game Boy Color, just so you guys know. Now there was a version planned for the SNES, but that later on was cancelled. Now later on they did an updated version of the first Road Rash that was made for CD platforms such as Sega CD, the 3DO, PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and Microsoft Windows. It should be noted that these versions had some differences that they implemented, such as being able to pick your own character, starting cash piles and bikes, with some of them even having starter weapons before you even start your first race, among a few other changes as well. In 1992, EA released Road Rash 2 as an exclusive on the Sega Genesis. The second game took the engine and sprites from the first game and added more content into the game. The main change came in two-player split-screen mode and the new dual mode, 1 versus 1. The list of bikes also increased to 15, being separated into 3 different classes, with the later ones introducing NOS or Nitro. Chains were even added to supplement the clubs that were in the game. Progress in the new game now requires you to finish in at least 3rd place in order to progress through the game. Also, small details such as the main menu screen being made easier to navigate through, and shorter passwords being less than half the size of the first games, because that was a nightmare trying to do all that noise. Some really cool endings when it came to the races when you won them. They were a bit quirky, they were a bit funny, you could run over other people if they fall off. It was really cool. In 1995, EA released Road Rash 3 on the Sega Genesis. In this third installment of the game, it doesn't take place in California like the first one did, or the US like the second one did, but this time in 7 different locations around the globe. Brazil, the United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Kenya, Australia, and Japan. The game still includes 15 bikes, however each bike has 4-part upgrades you can add to them. It also made it to where you could get up to 8 different weapons, with the ability to hold on to your weapon between races and collecting them in your inventory. And that was a really interesting part, was that you really needed to get points and really upgrade your bike in order to progress through the game, because it made it a lot easier and you could kick a lot more ass as you did it. Now in 1998, Road Rash 3D was released onto the PlayStation, and this was a PlayStation exclusive. Now no longer relying mostly on sprites, the game's courses were pieced together from a series of interconnected roads. Fortunately, the game emphasized less on the combat and more on the racing. Still a good game, and still a lot of fun. In 1999, we were introduced to Road Rash 64, which was exclusively for the N64.
Well, no fucking shit!
Now, EA actually had nothing to do with this version. The intellectual rights of the property were licensed to THQ, which had its own Pacific Coast Power and Light. I actually did a video about the rise and fall of THQ where I did talk specifically about the company and the developers that they obtained, which this was one of them. And I'll leave a link to that video down in the description down below, for those who are interested. Moving on to the year 2000, we get the game Road Rash Jailbreak, which was released on the PlayStation and a handheld version that was ported to the Game Boy Advance in 2003. This one also relied less on the combat and more on the racing aspects. In this version, you could actually lose points if you get captured by the cops, or no points by coming in dead last. And it was very crucial in this game to get as many points as you could so you could advance with a better bike. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of the Road Rash Inspired Games. The first one we're going to talk about is Motocross Mania 3. Now Motocross Mania 3 is not, there is no comparison between that and Road Rash. However, it is inspired by Road Rash. And if you're looking to get one for cheap and on the go, because the other versions are quite expensive to get, this one is worth every single penny, all 99 cents of it. There's also a game called Road Rage that's due to be released this month of October on the 24th of 2017. Now, I don't know much about this game, but it does seem to have a storyline when it comes to a motorcycle club and all this other stuff. So it's kind of like, it seems like something Rockstar would do, but I don't really know much about it. It's supposed to be about $29.99. That game as well drew a lot of its inspirations from the Road Rash series. Criterion actually was in talks for the longest time doing a Road Rash vs. Burnout series, but nothing ever stuck when they tried to come up with something. And that would have been so cool if they actually did that. That would have been awesome. Now, Road Redemption has had the blessing from the people who helped create the Road Rash series and doing what they're doing. So, if you are going to talk about a successor to the Road Rash series, it would be Road Redemption. And it should also be noted that the Road Redemption is actually a successful Kickstarter. And back in 2014, many YouTubers that were high up there would actually do a playthrough on the alpha version that was going around. So this coming Wednesday, I will be doing a playthrough on Road Redemption, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. I'll be using a controller for it instead of the mouse and keyboard on my computer, and we're going to see how this pans out. Now, I have noticed that the video quality of the last game that I did a playthrough on Star Wars Jedi Academy, that the video quality on Facebook was very low in comparison to the one I had on YouTube. I don't know why that is, but it happened that way. So if you guys want a higher quality because something I upload on Facebook becomes a little crappy, you can go on YouTube and look it on there, and it's in full HD 1080p. Now, I will have one announcement to make, is that I interviewed the guys from Faucet Drop Productions last night on Sunday night, and recorded interviewing them, doing behind the scenes, seeing what they're up to, and I am in the works of editing that video after I get done with these two I just mentioned, this one that I'm doing, and the playthrough on Wednesday. And I should have this next video out with them on Friday. So I hope you guys really like this video. As always, remember to leave your comments down below. Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to do. And also, like button clicks really help out this channel. And sharing is caring. As always, remember 22 and stay classy, bros.
Continue.